Hey guys, it's your boy Mark back with a kind of impromptu video. Today is June 30th, 2021. Happy 2-year anniversary to my film, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. But today is not about that. Well, that's not what this video is about. I mean, it is about that anniversary, but that's not what this video is about, you know what I mean. This is my top 15 pro wrestling matches of 2021, mid-year edition. It is, like I said, June 30th. We are halfway through the year, which is insane to say. I'm very looking forward. I hope time continues to go by fast for this year. Elimination Chamber, my Universe Mode pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber 2. I'm really wholehearted about that show, honestly. I mean, I've filmed everything and I've edited where the matches should be and all that, but I haven't put the music in yet, and I haven't added the credits, and I haven't done commentary. And that commentary is the most pain in the ass part. But hopefully tomorrow, maybe if I have a sleep, wake up tomorrow, maybe I'll be ready to. Hopefully I should be ready to finish Elimination Chamber. Because, I really just want to get to my WrestleMania, honestly. But my top 15 pro wrestling matches of 2021 mid-year. You ever feel like so satisfied with a list that you, like, before the year is over, that you don't really want to, you kind of hope that you don't see any better matches for the rest of the year just because you're so happy with your list? I kind of feel that way with this. But anyways, yep, top 15. I don't want to go in depth on every single match, but anyway, and I did write my list on Facebook, so hopefully, and I'm speaking into my phone right now, so hopefully I can hopefully I can remember my whole list off by heart. All good. I think I will, but I wouldn't be surprised if I misplace certain matches. I hope not. Alright. Now, number 15. We're going to go with Sting and Darby Allin versus Team Taz, Brian Cage, and Ricky Starks from AEW Revolution pay-per-view. This match was awesome. I had so much fun watching this match. I didn't expect it to be a cinematic match. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of cinematic matches. I find them really insanely overrated, but this has got to be my favorite one, honestly. I hope I get this pay-per-view on DVD one day for this and the main event of that pay-per-view, which you'll see later on in this list. And number 14, we have the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. From Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre defending the WWE Championship against Sheamus, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, and someone else. Their name was lost on me. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, Sheamus, AJ Styles. You know the match I'm talking about regardless. I love this match. I think I said this in my Elimination Chamber 2021 review on the night it aired, of course. That like as a whole show, I did think Elimination Chamber 2020 was better, but the chamber matches, just the chamber matches from 2021, I would say were better than the chamber matches from last year. Both of them. Of course, that pretty much tells you that the other one is also on this list. I love this match. I love Elimination Chamber matches. Heck, I'm doing an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view right now in my Universe mode just before WrestleMania. And this was an epic main event. I loved it. Epic ending. Jeff Hardy, yeah, that's the... and Jeff Hardy. Yep, I just remembered. Awesome match. And Miz cashing in to win the WWE Championship right after Made it even better. Alright. Number 13. I hope this is right. I'm pretty sure this is right. Number 13, I'm going to go with Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship from NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Night 1. I love this match. I love matches where they just go all over the place and get crazy. It reminds me of NJPW, and I love that. This match was so much fun. I loved the spot when Io Shirai dived from the top of the stage set. And, of course, my girl, Raquel Gonzalez, winning the NXT Women's Championship. I love rewatching that moment. Admittedly, imagining, like, other certain scenarios. Like, I do this a lot with wrestling matches. I listen with headphones on my phone to the endings of wrestling matches on YouTube, and I imagine, like, certain people in certain matches that aren't who actually was in those matches. I love doing this, okay? In fact, I kind of want to do it right after I do this video. And by the way, I also thought about doing a movie version of this list, but, like, my top movies of this year so far, but movies this year have been shit so far, man. Shit, alright? Most overrated year for movies since 2019, man. Dang. And that was number 13, right? Number 12. I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at WWE WrestleMania 37, Night 1. Love this match. I think I would still love this match highly, even if Bobby Lashley hadn't won. But the fact that Bobby Lashley retained, and the fact that he's still WWE Champion right now, just makes me love this match even more. I am annoyed, like, so much that Drew McIntyre's in the Money in the Bank ladder match, like a lot of people. But Drew McIntyre is a good man. He is a good man. And he actually did say that he understands that fans are tired of him in the WWE Championship pictures. So I really admire him and appreciate that he acknowledges that. So I do think Drew is a good guy. Of course I do. I am annoyed that he's in the Money in the Bank, though. Mostly, I guess I'm mostly annoyed with WWE. Who I still love WWE. I still love Drew McIntyre, but you know what I mean. That was kind of an irrelevant subject-ish. But yes, Drew versus Bobby. This was my most anticipated match of WrestleMania 37 going in. And I absolutely loved it. Loved that match, man. It was just so awesome. Anyway, number 11. I completely forgot what number 11 was, honestly. Oh, wait, no, I remember. Number 11 was, like I said, I did write my list on Facebook. I did post it, but trying to remember my list off by heart, a little bit of trouble. Right after this, right after I say my list, I will go look at what my list said, and I'll say whether I was completely right with the placements and all that. Number 11. I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman for the WWE Championship in a triple threat match from WWE WrestleMania Backlash. I won't lie, I was really excited to see another Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre match, like right after WrestleMania on the next pay-per-view. But like, when Braun was added to this match, that really kind of killed a lot of excitement for me. But when the match happened, it was so much fun. I was so happy with how it turned out. In fact, I was happy in the end that it became a triple threat. It was so much fun. It was such a blast to watch. They fought everywhere. Stuff got broken. It was an epic match. I would put it slightly above the Drew versus Lashley singles WrestleMania match. Love this match. It was Braun Strowman's last WWE pay-per-view as of right now, because he did get released very soon after this, so that's quite sad. But he went. His final pay-per-view match was epic. All right, at least in my eyes, it was epic. All right. Now, number 10, I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan versus Jey Uso versus Cesaro versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. I believe I got all the names in an Elimination Chamber match to determine who will challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship later that night at WWE Elimination Chamber. I love this match. It was long, but man, did I just soak up every minute of this match. I was so immersed in it. I was just loving everything that was presented to me. It was just epic, okay? It was awesome. I don't know what else to say. It went on long, and a lot of times when matches go on long, it just sucks you in, and I was just sucked into this match. I don't know what else to say. It was epic, alright? Well, and then whenever I remember that Bryan got destroyed immediately after this, it kind of taints it a little bit for me, because that was kind of annoying. It made the match feel, even as epic as the match was, it made it feel pretty pointless. Kind of pointless, I would say. Like, dang. But still an excellent chamber. Like you said, both chambers from this pay-per-view were on my list. I love both of them. I love the first one more, though. Number 9. I'm going to go with Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay from NJPW Wrestle Kingdom 15, Night 1. This match went a lot longer than I was expecting, actually. And the typical NJPW style that I love was honestly in this match. Like, they fight all over the place for the sake of it. But I always love that. This match was awesome. I do think Will Ospreay should have won, but it was still a great match regardless, and it went on a heck of a long time. I haven't watched this match at all since I watched it live when it happened, so I really don't know what else to say. I remember loving it a lot, but although admittedly I remember it not really picking up for me, and maybe until I think it was one of those matches that slowly got better for me as the runtime went along, and that's an excellent thing, because remember, like I said, this match was long. It was like 35 minutes, and the fact that it just slowly got better and better, I love this match, okay? So yeah, number 9, the Beatles reference. If you know, you know. I hate that saying, if you know, you know. What am I saying? Number 8. Roman Reigns versus Cesaro for the WWE Universal Championship at WWE WrestleMania Backlash. This match was epic. Just epic. I love the underdog story of Cesaro in this match. There's this image from this match that I can't get out of my mind. It was when Cesaro was, I think he was in the guillotine and he was trying to struggle to get out of it. I remember he did escape, so it gave that nice underdog touch to it, and if the fact that he was main eventing was just made it better and all that. So I don't know what more to say about this match. It's just another immersive, epic match. Alright. Number 8. Loved it. I had it at number 11 before, but I was like, nah, I definitely love this match a lot more than number 11. So yeah. Number 7, I'm going to go with Johnny Gargano versus Kushida for the NXT North American Championship from NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. I believe that this match, I remember maybe a majority of this pay-per-view. I was like half watching the pay-per-view. Know what I mean? And I just remember this match being crazy epic, edge of your seat stuff, and you didn't really know who was gonna win. I was rooting for Johnny Gargano because, all of his reigns were, at least singles reigns up to that point, were transitional. So for him to have retained, I was happy about that. Although Kushida would make a dang fine NXT North American champion one day. By the way, Isaiah Swerve Scott is the brand new NXT North American champion. I'm personally not a fan of that at all. I don't really like Isaiah Scott at all. So I'm not a fan of that. I don't even like, I wasn't that big a fan of Bronson Reed either, but he was growing on me. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's number 7. I don't know what else to say. Number 6. This is a match that, I won't lie, my number 6 is kind of a match where, it's one of those matches where, like, I remember watching it and loving it, but I'm not really feeling sure if I'll feel the same way about it if I rewatched it now. You know what I mean? But I remember I loved the heck out of this. In fact, when I watched this live, and if I were to see my future self, if my March 2021 self were to see my June 30th 2021 self, and sees that this was only number 6, they might be like, "What? You're crazy." Because I remember loving the heck out of this match. I remember it was bloody, there was weapons everywhere, and just all kinds of stuff. I don't know what more to say. It was epic for me, but I don't know if I'll love it as much. I could see a lot of these positions like changing by the end of the year. Hopefully, I'll do a complete best matches of the year list at the end of this year. You know what I mean? There's a good chance I might forget and be like, "Oh crap, I forgot to do that." Hopefully not. But maybe I would have rewatched this match by then. And if I rewatched this match, I probably would have gotten the show on DVD, which obviously I hope to get one day. I love this match. Anyway, going on to the top 5 now, and I just remembered something. Dang. Oh, going to the top 5 now. Number 5, Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship at WWE Hell in a Cell. The most underrated wrestling pay-per-view of this year. It's ridiculous that people thought this was a crap show. It wasn't, man. You marks always look for shit to complain about. And yes, I was in attendance for this pay-per-view, but I was still watching it like y'all were, because it was the Thunderdome after all, and it was epic. Alright, it was. Like, it really was. This match was epic. The finish didn't bother me. Like, I was just happy to see Bobby Lashley retain, honestly. It was brutal ass. Tables, steps, interference. It was epic, alright? I don't know what more to say about this match, but I loved it. I'm proud to have been in attendance for this, and it is from a ridiculously underrated pay-per-view that I can't wait to get on DVD, and it's my favorite pay-per-view of 2021, period. And that's unlikely to top, honestly. That's number 5. Number 4, I'm going to go with Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship from WWE WrestleMania 37 Night 1. I crapped on this match going in. Not because I didn't think it was going to be a good match. I did think it was going to be a good match. But I was really frustrated about it main eventing. I was, like I said, Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre was my most anticipated match going into WrestleMania. And I was really bummed that was opening. I mean, let alone not main eventing. That was opening WrestleMania. Because I don't think you'd want the match you're looking forward to most to be the first thing, that comes up. But this match was epic. I know I've said that a lot for a lot of these matches, but I love this match to death. Everything about it was epic and just perfect. And honestly, when Drew versus Lashley opened the show, I was so happy that Bobby Lashley won that it gave me this sense of satisfaction throughout the whole show, honestly. And you can't beat that. Even though it was my most anticipated match going in, the fact that it was the first match, the match I was looking forward to the most from WrestleMania, was first, gave me that sense of satisfaction throughout the rest of WrestleMania 37. And how often do you get that? So, it absolutely wasn't a bad thing at all that it opened. Because, like I said, I got that sense of satisfaction, and the fact that an even better match was the final match of night one. And as epic as it was just technical masterclass. It was epic, man. And I love the ending when Bianca Belair won the SmackDown Women's Championship, and she is already, honestly, my favorite SmackDown Women's Champion of all time, honestly. And in my opinion, the best WrestleMania main event since Lesnar Reigns at 31. Yeah. And have any of y'all noticed that Sasha versus Bianca was the first WrestleMania main event with only full-time wrestlers since WrestleMania 27, which was John Cena versus The Miz. Yeah, it was the first since then, and that's pretty incredible to think. It really was. Number 3. I'm gonna go with Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne for the NXT Championship and NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. I was happy with either of these guys winning. I just love this match so much. Technical masterclass. 30 plus minutes, I think, of just greatness. I don't know what more to say. I hope I somehow get this match on DVD eventually. I want to. I love this match. I love this takeover. When I reviewed this takeover, I remember saying this might be my favorite takeover ever. It might be. But it was an epic match. I would have been ecstatic if Pete Dunne had won the NXT Championship. He did not. But it was an epic match. And one of my favorite matches of his. And probably my favorite Finn Balor match ever. Number 2. This is going to shock a lot of people. Well, depending on who you are. If you're new to my channel, number 2 will probably shock you a lot. But remember, I was in attendance for this pay-per-view. But even then, this really was an epic match. Come on. My number 2 best overall pro wrestling match of 2021 is going to be Bianca Belair versus Bayley inside Hell in a Cell for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship at WWE Hell in a Cell. I don't know what you frickin' mocks on about. This shouldn't have been inside Hell in a Cell, so that's why it was underwhelming. That makes no sense. She's literally just looking for bull crap to complain about for the sake of it. This match was nothing short of epic. There were tables, ladders. It's so rare you see ladders inside Hell in a Cell, you ungrateful bastards, man. Candlesticks. The frickin' finish. Bianca Belair did the frickin' KO do on the ladder. And I was seen very clearly throughout this match in the the bottom left corner. Bottom left corner of the audience area. That made it 100 times better for me. I love this match to death. I'm trying to resist the temptation to watch it again. In fact, the same goes for this whole pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell 2020. I'm tempted. I'm trying my best to resist the temptation to rewatch it until I get it on DVD. That could be a long time, but I'll wait. It was epic. Even my mate said, might be my favorite women's Hell in a Cell so far. And it absolutely is mine already, and by far, by a landslide, honestly. And now for number one, my favorite pro wrestling match of this year. I believe I did make a Facebook post, and I might have, hopefully I said it in my review as well when this show aired. I could see this being my number one throughout the whole rest of the year. There's one rumored match for SummerSlam this year that honestly is the only one I could see topping my number one here for me. It involves a certain tribal chief and a certain leader of a certain loyal fan base. And especially if the latter wins, which I worked so hard to pray on. I even prayed to God, asking permission for some exceptions. But anyway, I'll get on to what exactly I prayed about if the match actually happens. Regardless of, admittedly, I don't think this plan will work, but I'll try anyway. But anyways, my number one best match of 2021 thus far is going to be Tetsuya Naito versus Kota Ibushi from NJPW Wrestle Kingdom 15, Night 1, for both the IWGP Heavyweight and IWGP Intercontinental Championships. This match was everything to me. It was a technical marvel. Lots of beautiful counters, especially near the end. And I don't think I've ever seen an ending that satisfied me more, that involved a wrestler I did not want to win. I want to say I didn't want him to win, but I was rooting for Tetsuya Naito. But I loved the moment when... I've rewatched this moment, the end moment of this match, so many times. Admittedly, while fantasizing about, other people, and that's a certain match like that, Like, I love the part when the referee, the English-speaking referee, by the way, not referee, sorry, commentator, was like, Kamagoye! Kamagoye! As the ref counted to 3, and that's the most satisfying 3 count for a wrestler I wasn't even rooting for that I've probably ever seen. I was so satisfied with that ending, even though I wanted Jay White to win the next night. I still wish he had. That match would probably be my number one here if Jay White had won that. Man, you know why I would have wanted Jay White to win? Because I'm a New Zealander like him. And, yep, that's my top 15 pro wrestling matches of 2021, mid-year through. Hopefully I'll remember to do a full list, probably top 25, maybe. Maybe even the top 50. maybe, yeah. But yes, I love all these matches. Like I said, that certain rumored match for SummerSlam is the only thing I could see topping my number one for the rest of this year, honestly. But anyway, thank you all for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed. Please do not comment, what about this match? What about that match? Because that will extremely annoy me. And I probably won't respond to you at all. Alright. So, thank you for watching. Peace out, y'all.